My name is Dr. Manrina Rhode, and this time I want to talk to you about resilience. Resilience is your ability to withstand difficult environments and difficult situations. So, the way that life is, we're going to go through good times and we're going to go through bad times. And that's just how life is. And I think the more you live and the more you go through, the more you realize that that is what is going to happen. It's going to happen to all of us. Resilience is the ability that when those things happen, to be able to bounce back, to be able to acclimatize to the new situation, to be able to handle what's happening and be able to move forward, because that's the whole point. We need to keep pushing forward in these situations. Now, some of us are born with an innate resilience. I think I'm a particularly resilient person, and I think that's because of my upbringing. I was brought up by very supportive parents who always made me feel quite surrounded in a comfortable environment, like everything would be okay because they're there and they'll support me. And I think I've kept that with me through life, so that now when I'm older and things happen, then I'm like, you know what, everything's going to be okay, because I feel like it probably will be. And when you feel like it probably will be, then often it is. Whether it is or not, you still think it's okay. It's not that bad. We're going to find a solution for this. Others haven't necessarily been brought up with that sort of environment, and so then you've learned from your childhood experiences that bad things happen, and then it's just really bad. It's doom and gloom. There isn't an easy way to find the benefit in that, or to find a way out of it and to work around it. And so the beauty of resilience is that it can be learned. It's not that we're born with it or we're not born with it, and even when you're born with it, it's still something that you need to nurture and grow within you as you go through life. So let's talk about resilience, and let's talk about how we can help ourselves be more resilient in life, so that we can enjoy our lives more. When we have these ups, okay, great, we enjoy them. But when we have these downs, that also we can just be like, okay, this has happened. It's not going to break me. What do I need to do about it? Or can I just be like, it's okay, and carry on? And it's all about how you interpret this thing, the situation that's happened to you. So you can make yourself more resilient by having the tools to bounce back. And the things that often help you are exercise. So making sure you're moving your body. Our bodies like to move, and if we're not exercising, then obviously things can feel really stressful. And often exercise can give us that outlet and help our body release those endorphins that make us feel much better. We can look at our diet and what we're eating, and make sure we're eating a balanced diet. Obviously, when we go through these stressful times, we might be more likely to eat these things, have a pizza, have a burger, and they make us feel better, have some chocolate. And for me, it's crisps, salt vinegar crisps. They make us feel better. And that's okay, that these things make you feel better. But on the days when you don't need them, when life is good or when life is stable, and if you focus on eating well and having a good diet, then it allows your body that little bit of leeway, that if you feel like you need to have these cheat days, then you can go ahead and you can do that. Spending time outside in nature, or feeling the sun on your face. We don't get that very much as dentists. Unfortunately, we're inside all day, and as much as people say go out in your lunch hour, stand out in the sun for 10 minutes, how many of us actually get the time to be able to do that? So consciously making time at lunchtime, going for a walk, in the evenings, on your commute back home. Or when you get home, like sitting in the garden and spending time outside. And winter's here, and we've put a heated lamp in the garden so that we can still sit in the garden and feel warm, but so we can spend time outside and consciously going out into nature, either at the weekend or when you go on holiday. And then obviously, apart from those things which are all good for you anyway, just for being a happier and calmer human being, is the connections that we make in life. Our connections have become even more important through us using our screen so much, talking to people online, not meeting people in person as much. Again, we're really lucky as dentists that we have so much human interaction. I think we're so fortunate that we don't have jobs that just stare at screens all day. We get to use our hands, and we get to create, and we get to interact with other human beings. We get to help them, and so we're super, super fortunate. And those connections that we build with our family, with our friends, with our team members, with our community, help us. So you want to make make sure you've got the supportive environment around you or people that you enjoy spending time with. But within dentistry, community is really important. So, when something happens at work, whether it's a win or whether it's something you're just not sure about, or a patient said something or something happened and it's bothering you, you want to have a community that you can go to. With my mentorship program, Manrina's mentorship program, we've really tried to build that with our team of dentists and therapists, to say to them that there's a space they can go to for their wins. We want to know when they've had a good case, share your photos, something you're proud of, won an award, been shortlisted, published an article, let us know, we want to know about it. If you've had a difficult day at work, if something happened with a patient or with a team member and you're not really sure, it's playing on your mind, it's an environment where we understand, where you can share it and we can talk about it. And if you need support with a case, we don't know everything as dentists. People may think we know everything about the mouth, but we don't always know what to do in certain situations. And within the mentorship, we've got this WhatsApp group that runs 24 hours a day. We've got all the specialists in it as well, so you can come to it and be like, I've got this case, I'm not really sure what's going on here, and it's a safe space to admit that you don't know what's going on, and get advice from people who may know and can help you. Someone within the group will know. So we try to nurture that, and so through having these things in place, so that you feel supported, it allows you to be more resilient. It allows you to bounce back and achieve more in life, because rather than the downs come getting you further down, the downs will come, but when they come, you being like, you know what, this happened, but it's okay, and bounce back from it, and so we can all live happier and more fruitful lives. Hope that was useful.